Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another week of online Pilates. Today we don't need weights, so I'm going to push my weights aside. But we are still going to do some upper body work, just not with weights. I'm just going to move my mat for you. So I want you to start today by coming into child's pose. Nice wide knee if you can, big toes just slightly touchy. Sit your bottoms down onto your heel and then just extend your arms forward. Melt your head and chest down as you reach for your fingers. Alternatively, if you do not like child's pose, come onto the elbows here, hands spread wide, knees stay wide, big toes stay touchy, and just go in and out of cat stretch, lifting your eye gaze and your bottom gently and curling the spine there. Otherwise, reach down, take a little wriggle side to side, feeling the stretch down the side, like you're swaying your body one way and swaying your body the other way. And that's a lovely lat stretch, which is down the sides of the back. Do one more sway either side. And then come into the center. Everyone push into cat stretch. And let's do two together. Lift your bottom, lift your eye gaze. As we inhale, exhale, curl under, open your shoulder blades, tuck your chin and tailbone, scoop the belly in. And again, look up, bottom slightly elevated, eye gaze up, and curved spine. Lovely. And then bring yourself up onto your hands, pull your knees together and find your center point, neutral spine. Okay, let's warm the body up. Take your left leg behind, right arm forward, stretch and reach through the toes and the fingers. Hip bones facing down towards the floor. Find your balance, soften the elbow, then the left arm. We inhale, exhale, curl it under. And inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, reach. So we're going to do 10 of these. That's 3. Under for 4. Reach for 5. And every time you reach your toes and your fingers away, find that stretch, that lengthening through the body. Squeeze your belly, scoop that belly and scoop up through the spine, and then release. 3 more. Your inhale is on the length. Your exhale is on the curve. And give me one more. Curl it under. Reach out, hold there. Give me some little presses just to get a little bit more of a warm up. 7, 6, palm forward or palm facing in. Last 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Cat stretch away. Take your hands wider than your mats. I want you to stay in a box position, or you can just kind of come into a half plank if you wish. And we're going to inhale down to push up, exhale up. So your chest drops down to the crease of your elbows, and then you power up through the arms. Turn your fingers very subtly out so that they are just slightly rotated. And then the elbows are very slightly back towards the rib cage. We inhale, exhale. 5 more. Try and take the weight equally to both arms. Squeeze the belly. Make sure your bottom doesn't drop lower than your chest if you're in a half plank. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Cat stretch again. Come to a neutral spine. Soften through your elbows, reach your right leg behind, and then reach your left arm forward. So find your balance, take a breath in as you reach. Exhale, let's curl it under. Inhale away. Exhale under. Inhale away. Remember to be soft on that elbow. Try not to lock out the joints. Just keep breathing. We have 5 more to do, guys. Come on, let's work it. Warm that body up. And 4. And 3. Let's try and scoop the belly a little bit more on that curve. 2. We've got 1 more. Curl it in. Kick away, hold. And 10, 9, 8, 7. Lengthen, reach the fingers, reach the toes. 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, cat stretch. Hands wide, turn those fingers slightly out. If you wish to come back more into a half plank or even challenge on your toes, you come up onto your toes. We inhale, power down, up, and make sure that chest is to the crease of the elbows and squeeze through the belly. So using your core, inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Drop to your knees if you need to. If you feel you're starting to sink your hips and your arms just can't take it, take the pressure off, drop to your knees. Give me 3 more, come on. Big, powerful push-ups. 2. 1 more, guys. And 1. Stretch it back, sliding the hands in, keeping them wide, and lowering the head and chest to the floor or on your elbows, coming into a curve in the spine. And then bring yourself forward. So we're going to do some plank rotations. We're going to work into the sides of the body. And then we're going to add, once again, some of those push-ups in. So this is what you're going to do. Quick demo. I'm going to show you a quick demo. You're going to join in when I tell you to. Legs are wide, hands onto shoulders. We turn and we reach up. Then we come back around, drop the knees and take your hands wide. Push up, hands back under, knees up, turn and lift into that beautiful side plank. You turn on those toes, so it's a rotation. Drop the hands, drop the knees, hands wide, push up. Hands back under, lift the knees and turn. So join me now. Come up into your first side plank, turning towards me. As you can see, I'm on the edges of my feet. Then we rotate back around, drop the hips, then drop the knees. Hands wide. Push up. Hands back under. Knees up. Turn and reach. So we don't rush it. Make this side plank count. Squeeze up. Rotate back around. Center, knees down. Hands go wide. Push up. Hands back in. Lift the knees. Now, if you don't want to lift your knees, you can keep on your knees and just turn and come to here. Yeah? Hips up, look up towards that hand. We all pause for a big breath and we turn back around, taking the hands wide again, knees down and push up. Remember, if you're staying on your knees, just turn the knees, that foot comes around and we lift up there. Turn it back, please don't rush it. And then hands wide, drop down. Okay, on your next one, we turn, we lift, we pulse for 5 in the hips, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Twist back to center, hands wide. Drop down to line those elbows and pulse. 5, 4, stay low. 3, elbows out to the sides. And 1, hands back under. Turn, twist, look up, and let's go. 5, do this on your knees if you need to, remember. 3, 2, really good strength for those arms. And 1, back to the middle, drop down, hands wide. Lower your body halfway, let's go. 5, squeeze the belly. 4, 3, 2, and 1, hands underneath. One more time either side, that's 2 more push-ups. And up for 5, squeeze up. 4, be strong. 3, 2, and 1, rotate back around. Knees down, hands wide, turn the fingers slightly out, drop down to that elbow crease. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time to this rotation. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 for the last time. Rotate around, drop those hands wide. Get deep into that push-up. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide it back. Drop the elbows, slide your hands around, drop your arms, head down. See if you can curl into the little ball. And breathe. Let your arms relax. Again, you can be here, just cutting the spine. And wherever you are, interlace your fingers. So if you need to come to here and do it, and then drop forward. Lift your bottom, take those arms up and overhead. Stretch those shoulders. Oh, I can feel that just from the exercises we were doing. Take a little wriggle side to side, open up one shoulder a little bit more, then turn over the other shoulder. Back to center. Release your hands, hands to the ground. Lift yourself up onto your knees. Good, I feel like I've got my head chopped off today, guys. But you don't need my head, you need my legs. So step your right leg forward. Hands on hips. Tuck your toes under. Then gear up through those legs. So push your right foot down into the floor, especially your heel. And then squeeze your left butt. And your right butt is doing the work. We lift up. We're going to drop for 10. 9. Nice and deep. See if you can tap that back knee to the floor. 7. You don't have to. 6. A good lunge is a long lunge. 5. Look at this leg. It doesn't go further than 90 degrees. 4. Stay upright through the body. Don't lean forward. 2. Hold halfway and pulse. 10. 9. Take it into this buttock. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And drop it down. Take it into a bit of a hip flexor stretch. Bring your hands inside that foot. Take that foot for the walk. Turn the toes out. Perhaps roll over into that outer edge of your foot, only if it allows that give. Either stay on your hands, bend the elbows, and just drop your body weight down towards the floor, keeping the length of the spine. Okay, I am so tight in my hips and my inner thighs. My hip flexors and my buttocks around here are just not allowing any give today. So I'm going to stay in my hands and just lengthen and drop. Some of you might comfortably come down to your elbows. Take a long deep breath in. Find that breath again. So to calm it down and then just go deep into this stretch. Every exhale, use that opportunity to go a little bit further. 2 more breaths. Carefully come up onto your fingertips. Close the foot, walk that foot in. Take your hands either side, come into a hamstring stretch. We're just going to do a 10-second stretch here, toes pointing towards the floor. Lower your head and chest down. Roll onto the back of the heel, toes up, 10-second stretch. Stretching a little bit deeper, walk the hands in, lower the head and chest further if you can, toes to the sky. Woo, feeling that. 1 more breath. And then come forward again. Tuck your toes under the back. Hands on the floor, either on your fingertips or flat down. Lift your hips and move that leg back, plank. Okay, take your feet a little bit wider. Options to stay on your toes or come down to your knees. We're gonna tap, 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 tap. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, and 10. Drop your knees down, pull your bottom back, look forward towards me. So if you see my position, I've just stretched with the body, and we're going to come forward, elbows in this time, chest to the floor, power up, pull it back. So a little stretch, a little brief release. Hands to the ground. We glide our bodies forward. Elbows slide into the waist. And then we power it up through the backs of the arms. Sink it back. So that's too deep for you. If you feel like that's too much, your arms just don't like that at all. Do a little micro bend like this. Back up. And then come back into your stretch. So you're literally just taking the load off. So just do a little bend. Leave your bottom behind, push back up and sink back. When I say leave your bottom behind, I see this happen a lot. Bottoms drop and then you're locked. I'm locked now. I can't go anywhere. I'm just going to hurt my back. Yeah, you leave your bottom behind. So my chest leads the way. Forward, forward, forward. As you can see, my bottom's following my chest, and then my bottom stays high as I power up. So you take it a lot more of your body weight. So it's harder, but it's the correct way. That's what I'm saying. Just do a little bend and come back and stretch. Right, wherever you are, 4 more. Make it painful. A little bit faster if you can. Down for 3. Power back, forward, down for 2. Last one. And 1. Come all the way back. Sink it back. Come forward again. Hands a little bit further forward this time. Tuck your toes, lift those knees, and let's go. Shoulder tap. 1, 2. So if you're on your knees, you're here. 3, 4. Try and keep your hips as stable as possible. 6, 7. Not too fast here. 8, 9, and 10. From there, walk in. Bend the knees so your feet are wide. Grab your big toes or slide your hands underneath the balls of your feet and stretch the back of the body. Hamstrings, shoulders, shoulder blades. Take your weight forward into those toes. Maybe bend, extend. And then bring your knees down to the floor. Come up. Step your left leg forward. Okay, hips are square. Tuck your toes under at the back. So before you do anything, push your body weight down into that front heel. The knee sits above the ankle. And then I'm squeezing my right butt, abs on, pull your shoulders back, and we power up. We drop. We come up. We drop. So look how wide my lunge is. It's very wide. And I can tap that that knee down at the back. And I'm not putting any pressure. Actually, I need to bring my foot in because I'm going a little bit too wide. I'm not putting any pressure on my joints. I'm just allowing that left buttock to do the work. 8. Ooh, I'm all over the place with wobble. I'm wobbling all over the place. 9 and 10. Let's drop down halfway and pulse. 10, 9. Remember, in that heel, feel that left butt. 7, that means 5, 4, I'm not counting very well today. 3, 2, and 1. Drop that knee. Bring your hands to the floor, inside that foot. Take that foot for a little walk. Turn the toes out, slide that leg back, and let's come into that hip flexor. So open the knee if you can, rotating off the outer edge of that foot. And then bend your elbows and just lengthen out through the spine as you sink your hips down. And breathe. You can come to your elbows, come to your elbows. Always wanted to be very flexible in my hips, but they're never, not in 20 years of teaching Pilates, must be 20 years by now. Maybe a bit less, 18, 17. I have just never, ever managed to get those hips and buttocks flexible, but then they're constantly worked, so it's probably my own fault. Okay, when you're ready, wherever you are, just come up slowly to your hands, walk that foot back in, bring your hands to the outer edge of the foot, bring your hands slightly closer, and toes pointed, drop back into the hips, lower your head and chest down, stretch the hamstring, 10 seconds here. And then stay in your stretch, roll onto your heel, pull back a little bit more, walk the hands back and lower even further into this stretch. Right at the back of that hamstring. Whew. One last breath. And then when you're ready, just come forward, bring your hands with you, hands to the ground, lift that knee, slide the leg back, plank. And then option is to drop your knee back down, or we're going to work into those knee shoulder taps again. So if you drop into your knees, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees. This time, we're going to work into the chest, but at different angles. We're going to do the chest and the triceps together. So we stagger the hands. My right hand comes back, my left hand comes forward. And you're going to drop your chest between the thumbs. So still in the middle of your mat, but if you look, my left arm's working higher up in the shoulder and the upper part of my chest. My right arm here is working more into the triceps. So my elbows pull back a little bit more on the right side as I drop down. So we go down and up. Let's go. 3. Any injuries in the wrists or in the shoulders, and you're better off keeping the weight equal both sides, just do standard push-ups. 4 more. Last 2. Last 1. And pull it back. Stretch it out, take a breath. Come forward, 1 last time, up into that plank. Let's go, tap those shoulders. 10, 9, 8, hips down, 7, 6, squeeze the back, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. Left hand back slightly, right hand forward. And when we're ready, we inhale to drop down, we exhale to power up. So my hands aren't too wide, they are just a little bit wider than both shoulders. Focus on pulling the left elbow a little bit closer in towards the rib cage and the right elbow further out away from you. Breathing in to drop, breathing out to come up, squeeze the lower belly, keep that tailbone slightly tucked because you will naturally come into extension in the lower back. So we need to keep the core squeeze. 3, 2, and 1. Release it off. Slide your hands around, let your arms drop, head down, chest down. Long deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then carefully roll yourself back up. Swing your feet around in front of you. Okay, we're going to do that combination of what they're called, back rolls, coming up and working into a hamstring stretch. So with lots of lovely flexion of the spine. So the arms are forward, we elevate the spine. So we lift up tall. Keep that beautiful extension through the backs of the legs, squeeze the belly, and then we gently curl under. We allow that slight roll back towards the floor. When we hit the ground, you take your arms over, thumbs to the floor. Either bend your knees or keep your legs extended and raise your legs up towards the sky. We lower the legs carefully down towards the floor, whether you need to bend them, then extend them, raising the arms above the shoulders, rolling up slowly, 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 lifting up and then reaching. We pause here for 5, 4, 3. So this is just going to help the lengthening of those hamstrings. And then roll it up. Soften through the spine, roll it all the way down. As soon as you hit the floor, take your arms up and over, thumbs to the ground, lift those legs up, squeeze the belly. This time, open the legs out wide into a circle, squeeze them together and drop them to the floor. Arms above shoulders, roll it up. I will show you an alternative to this. Now, I know that most people can do the rolling motion, but some people can't, and that's not necessarily core strength, it's to do with the shape of their spine. So if you're really struggling to come down and up, so you guys who can come all the way down, drop all the way to the floor, arms behind you, lift the legs up and do a big circle to drop them down. And you can do that circle with your knees bent. Just open out and drop. Yeah, and then come up. If you're not doing the full roll up and roll down, so everyone else just carry on doing what you're doing, then when you roll back halfway, lift the arms up, circle your arms down out to the side, bring them round, pause, and then roll it back up, lift, reach, and do your 5 pulses forward. Okay, so I think most of you are probably on your way back up to doing the 5 press reaches, so I'll do it with you. You might not be with me, that's fine. I just feel like I've got pretend people here. 2 and 1. Inhale, lift up, exhale, roll it down. Arms behind, lift the legs. Big circle all the way around, drop to the floor, lift the arms and roll up. Now we're going to do 5 more, and this time I want you to do your circles slightly differently. So I will show you. When you're doing your 5 reaches, lift up, exhale, roll. Bring your arms behind you to the floor. This time, if you can, circle the legs to the sky. Either circle them all the way back around to the floor or bend the knees and drop them lightly to the ground. So just take it the ease off at your level and roll it up. Lift up. Reach forward, 5 presses. We've got 4 more of these, okay? Now reach further, get deeper into those hamstrings. Every time you go into your next repetition, think about a way you can make it harder. If you want to drop in your curve with your arms over by your ears, you're going to find that's harder, more weight to take. So challenge yourself. Big circle up, pause. Big circle down. Slow the process down. Take the tension a little bit more. Roll up, keeping your arms slightly elevated. There you instantly feel you've loaded up more weight, so your abs have to work harder. Now reach. And remember, if you're only doing your half one back, you just lift up tall, you float back and you pause. Bring those arms up. You circle them around. You hold there. So just really think about the curve of the spine. Curve, 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 then extend. So everyone should be back here. I think we've got 2 more left to do. You know what I'm like with the counting today, terrible. Just one of those days. It's called teaching your kids to do all their work and then losing the plot. Lift up, curl it down. Let's do 2 more, wherever you are. Now, come on, squeeze those bellies, open those legs wide, then open them wide. If you need to bend the knees now, and then slide them down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, roll it up, lift all, reach. Okay, so we've got 1 more left to do. And whether you're doing your arms or your legs, we're going to do a little bit more in this last one. So everyone roll up to a straight spine. If you're doing a half roll back halfway or fully to the floor. If you're half roll back, pretend your arms are my legs. When you are ready, we lift up, we circle up, bring the legs together. We open the opposite way, circle back around, pause. Inhale, exhale. Now I'm showing you the hard, deep version of doing this. So you can do this with bent knees. Open out, circle around, bring them together at an angle. Open them out, circle around, bring them together at an angle. Or if you're really struggling, open out one leg up and the same leg, circle it back around the other way and swap to the other side. And again, if you're doing this halfway down, you're just circling your arms in one direction and circling them in the other. Okay, pause, circle out. Or if you want, you can all come down to the floor and do this. We've got 4 more. Let's go. Come on. Choose your level. Make sure it's all controlled through your tummy muscles. My arms are over my head, so that's much harder. You might want to bring your arms back down by your side. Should have told you that about 30 seconds ago. 1 more. Come on, let's do this. And lift those legs up. Bend the knees. Hold them. And just wriggle side to side. Fabulous. Take some long deep breaths. Take your feet as wide as your mats. I've got a very wide mat, so I'm just showing you quite a wide stance in the legs. You might want to take your feet off your mats if you've got a narrow mat than me. So my feet are much wider than my shoulders and my knees follow. Arms relaxed down by your side and then slowly lift your hips up. We're going to do a squeeze in, a release. So we're doing 5 of these. 5th one, hold into the squeeze. We do 5 presses. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open the knees, roll it out. We lift the head, lift the shoulders, we lift our arms, we turn our palms up, and we side bend, reaching to the little toe. 2, 2. Try and keep your knees still, your hips still, and you're just literally side bending and reaching up and to the side. You don't rest in between. 3 more each side. 7, 8. Come on, pull those shoulders off. 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. Head down, palms down, shoulders down. Inhale, exhale, lift up. So we're doing one more round. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. 4 and 5. Hold that squeeze. Press the hips. 5, 4. Nothing is fast. 3. Come on. Squeeze the butt. 2 and 1. Inhale, knees wide. Exhale, roll it out. Lift your head and shoulders. Lift your arms. Turn your palms up and reach. Reach. 1. Reach. 2. 3. Now kind of pull that rib cage. Imagine you're closing your rib cage down towards your hip bones. So we're lifting and rotating, not just sliding side to side. You're not going to get anything out of that, yeah? It's lift and reach. So now I can lift towards my shins. I've lost count. Again. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and drop. Take a breath. Inhale, lift your legs, bring your toes together, diamond shape through the legs. Take your arms wide in line with the shoulders. I've slipped back on my mat, so I'm going to come down. And then we're going to tap our feet forward and lift back in. Now I'm probably losing my feet off the screen, aren't I? So I'm tapping towards the corner of my mat, just going a little bit further, rolling over into the buttock, squeezing into my abs, pull the legs in. I stay in that diamond shape the whole time. That is half the challenge. Shoulders are pinned to the floor. If your shoulders are flipping off the floor, you're going too wide. Reduce your range. We're not here for long before we come into a little bit more of a stretch. I feel like I'm now flying down the mat. So I've come a little bit too far, but you've got the gist of it. Give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and 1. And then bring those legs back into center, drop the heels down, and then push the legs away and open, away and open. 8, come on, fire those abs up. 7, 6, 5, 4, come on, get a little bit lower if you can. 3, and 2, give me 1 more, and hold, 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 rib cage down, abs down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Grab your knees either side, take your legs wide and just roll across that lower back. Enjoy that release. Keep hold of one knee and just drive that leg in towards you. So I'm now going to go back up my mat a little bit. And then just stretch that hip flexor as you use your arms, just to force that thigh a little bit closer in towards your shoulder. Keeping hold of this right leg, bend your left knee, drop the right foot over that left knee, lift the leg up, let's stretch the buttock into that lovely glute stretch. Head down, shoulders down. Take a little bit more weight over into the left thigh, or the left buttock, open that right knee a little bit more. And then drop your left foot, extend your right leg up, catch your right leg, and drive the leg in towards you, pushing the knee straight, and then slide the left leg into the floor. Slot that right thigh, back into the hip bone so you're not lifting off the ground. And then push that leg. Find that lovely stretch with the back of the leg. 2 more breaths. And then just lower the right leg to the floor and immediately lift your left leg straight up to the sky. Catch it. Let's stretch the hamstring here. Catch the calf or the back of the thigh. Toes down, heels away. Bend the elbows. Again, don't lift your sitting bone. So just feel yourself just pushing the hip down. And then lengthening up through that leg. 2 more breaths. Slide that right foot in, put the ankle across the knee, catch the right thigh, head down, shoulders down, open the left knee, take a little bit more weight over into that right buttock, and then drive the leg in towards you. Breathe. A little bit deeper. And then finally, we're going to take it into that hip. So drop the right leg, take the left knee in towards your chest, catch the shin. Once again, slide the right leg down, and then let's use our arms to stretch that left hip flexor. Just like we did earlier, lovely opening, releasing the hips. We need to do more of it. Just catch your breath one more time. And then ease off. Use that class just to roll yourself up. Bring yourself into a comfortable cross-legged position. So if it's not comfortable, you find a comfortable place or get a little block and just put yourself on top of it. Hands on shins, lift up tall. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Relax the shoulders. Soften through the elbows, release the arms. Just use your abs to hold you here. And then inhale your arms gently up towards the sky. Softly bring your hands together. Bow down in front of the chest. Bow your chin towards the chest. And then gently release. Give yourselves a clap. Thank you so much, my wonderful team of people that come and join me. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.